Welcome to Play Digital. Today we're going to be taking an unbiased look at Kane Lynch Dead Men, a messed up bit of third-person ultraviolence. Let's start with the plot. You play as Kane, an ex-mercenary on death row, who's busted out by fellow inmate Lynch, a medicated schizophrenic, who gets a little murderous when his control slips. Lynch is to guard Kane, who is sent on a mission by some other bad guys who have kidnapped his wife and daughter. This is a great premise and refreshingly different to a lot of the big titles out there at the moment. The characters, while not pleasant, are quite interesting, and I love it when Lynch does his crazy shit in the single-player campaign. The plot isn't bad, and the script is also generally well written, although you do wonder if any of these guys kiss their mothers with those mouths.
You want some? I'll give you some. Get away from me. Why do you keep doing that? Stupid.
But cool ideas are not always enough to keep a game afloat in the turbulent sea of consumer opinion, and unfortunately, this game has a number of flaws. First up, there are some issues with presentation. While the voice acting and music are really very good, the visuals are disappointing. They are clearly going for a gritty feel, and again it's nice to see a different style being used, but everything looks so intangible and lacking in weight, and much of the movement is horrible. Not to mention quite a lot of clipping and bugs, like being revived by having adrenaline injected into your backpack if you happen to die face down. There are technologically impressive things, such as the crowded nightclub scene, and the character of the locations is pretty accurate. But you wish they would have held off release until they could have made it look a bit more polished. The cover system is annoyingly twitchy. You run up to cover and sometimes it will pull you in, but sometimes you'll stand there like a pillar, soaking up fire while desperately trying to make your desire to get into cover register with the infernal machine. The accuracy isn't great, particularly with automatic weapons in at range, and movement feels incredibly cumbersome, particularly with the default control options, although whacking the aim speed all the way up helps a little with this. While the simple squad command system is pretty good, allowing you to choose targets for your partners to attack or locations for them to head for, the AI isn't great, and occasionally Lynch will forget to take cover or need to be reminded to return fire. Similarly, your opponents aren't always the most challenging. They're not great shots on the normal difficulty setting and often wait in the open for you to come within a certain distance before they start firing. I've also seen a cop shooting directly at a pillar because I've been behind it, although I guess your poor accuracy balances all this out. As for the multiplayer, there's good and bad. The lack of online co-op is a real pity, and the offline co-op is in split screen, so a bit crappy if you've got a smaller TV. But the online multiplayer game, Fragile Alliance, is pretty interesting, and props to them for not just sticking with the standard modes. You and your buddies go on heists, and if successful, you split the loot. Now the twist is, you can turn traitor at any time, killing your party members and keeping the gear for yourself. Of course, this leaves you open to retaliation and makes you more visible on the map. If you die, you come back as a cop for the rest of that round. Now these are some pretty neat and fun ideas, but you still get all the problems with mechanics that you had in the regular campaign. Oh, and the PS3 version doesn't support online chatter. So in conclusion, there's some great ideas and some nice little touches like the dialogue you get over load screens, but there are also a lot of mechanical issues which really drag the experience down. This game has a lot of potential, but it still needs some work. And now to the stars. Are IDOS listening? Well then it's 5. Only kidding. It's a respectable, but not great, 3.
Greetings, dear friends, it's Stephen here, and I just wanted to tell you about the new QI Interactive DVD, Strictly Come Dancing. It's simply the most outstanding DVD game you'll ever see. It's packed with jokes, incredible factoids, a hand called Leroy, and it features a chap called Alan Davis. Interesting? Quite so. Just click away. You know you want to.